In this video, I will show you how to select the pattern for your client, how to know if you should use the lower spine pattern, the middle spine, or the upper spine. And in some cases, it could be really tricky, as you can see over here. It's really hard to say, so which pattern should we choose for this client? But first, let me show you the difference between patterns, and so that you can better understand what do I mean by the lower and upper spine. So if we look at this pattern, and by the way, all these patterns you can get on Beauty/website, beauty/.com. We have the hairs in this section going upwards, and in this section we can see that they are going down. So what is the line which divides these two sections? Obviously this huge line. So this is the spine that divides these two sections, and in this section they are connecting with the spine, and also in this section they are connecting with the spine. So spine is something that connects the hairs coming towards this spine. And now let's look at the other pattern. So again, in this section they are going upwards, and in this section they are coming down. So what is the line that divides this two sections? Obviously it's in the middle. So this is the middle spine, which make all the hairs come towards this spine, middle spine. Now we have also the third pattern where all the hairs are going upwards, and in this case you would call this as an upper spine because all the hairs are going towards the spine, but it's more of an invisible spine because it's just all the hairs coming upwards. Okay, so now as we know there's three types of the spine, lower, middle, and the upper one. How do we know which spine should we select for our client? So let's look at this client again. How do you know whether her hairs are going upwards? Because we can see some hairs going upwards and we can see that some hairs going down. So do we in this case use the middle spine and select this pattern, or the lower spine towards after which all the hairs will go down? And the answer is you have to do a step prior to figuring out which pattern will suit to her. And the step is you need to draw the shape. And then in this shape, you will see whether we have a lower spine or the upper spine, because if you do not draw the shape you will never know, and one client can have different types. Because if you, for instance, draw the shape that is much lower, you will find out that actually indeed some of the hairs here go upwards and some of the hairs here go down, so you will assume that this is the middle spine pattern. So that's really important to draw the shape first. Now let's observe this shape. So within the shape, how do you think which pattern will suit to this client? Obviously we can see that some hairs are going down, and after a certain of time then all the other hairs are kind of coming down. Of course here's a little bit they are coming upwards, but that's just a minor detail. They are still major of them are still coming down. And with this being said, then we determine this as the lower spine. And you can draw a very nice shape, very nice pattern where all the strokes going upwards. And then they are coming down like this. And then you can draw the strokes in between this pattern to make the eyebrow fuller.
And sorry to disturb this video, but I have something important to say. If you're struggling with brow mapping, I am sponsoring right now $200 to enroll in my online brow mapping course. You can check all the reviews about this amazing course, how people transformed into professional makeup artists with no fear of mapping, and so can you. If you dream to be professional at brow mapping, even at most difficult cases of uneven brows, then definitely sign up for the scholarship right now in description below, as this offer is limited.
However, let me uncover another secret for you. So I just told you that she's suitable for the lower spine, but actually because her hairs over here are so light and so little, she will also fit to the middle spine. And that's because with our microblading or hair stroke technique, we would make her look as the middle spine. And that's only because she has very few hairs of her own. But if her hairs over here would be more dense and more a lot, and they would all come down, obviously it would look very weird against the drone strokes that are coming upwards over here. So just remember, for the clients that have very few eyebrows, you can actually select any pattern that you want. Now let's look at this client. How do you think which pattern will fit to her? Again, first step is we have to draw the shape. Now within this shape, do the hairs come down after the spine or they're going all upwards? Now within this shape, can we see any pattern of her own hairs, such as maybe over here they're going upwards and then coming down, and then after this the hairs going down? Actually, yes, we can see that, and that's why my first thinking is that she will really fit to the lower spine. However, remember that I mentioned that if the client's eyebrows are so sparse, she will actually also be suitable for the middle spine, and that will be up to you whether you want to create for her the middle or the lower spine. So that would be the middle spine over here, and then you would add the strokes, and it will look pretty as well. And now let's look at this client. It's more interesting case. So again, let's draw the shape and let's see within the shape, how do you think, what is the flow of her natural eyebrows? So I would say that this spine would be around this area. So basically from here, all the hairs are coming upwards like this, and they coming towards the tail. And then in this area, we can draw for her a new hair strokes that are coming down. And that would be a really, really nice look for the microblading. But if in case you draw this shape a little bit higher, like this, do you see that all the hairs are coming down towards this point? And after this, they're just a little bit coming down. So in this case, for this shape, I would select the lower spine and then do the same thing. Here they go upwards, but over here they are coming down. So you see how important it is to draw the shape first, and then you will know which pattern to select for your client. And now, as a reminder, you can check out these patterns because they're really in detail about each stroke, how to draw each stroke for your client. The patterns such as lower spine, upper spine on my website, and the Beauty Angel and other patterns even for the male clients. So I would really suggest you to check that out.
If you have any questions about this video, just connect with me on Instagram BeautySlash. I'm very friendly and responsive for any questions, and also I post useful tips and tricks on my stories and feed. For more in-depth content and courses as well as products I use, visit my website beautyslash.com.
Also, I have the question to you. How about the client like this? Do you think she would suit for lower spine or middle spine? Comment under this video about what you think on this client. And then lastly, what do you think about this client? Which pattern would we choose for her? Either it's lower spine, middle, or the upper one. Also comment under this video. And by the way, the pattern like this is also on my website, and I think it's so beautiful. But this pattern will fit more for the hair stroke technique. However, you can still do this for microblading, but just reduce the strokes that are crossing between. And if you want to learn more about microblading or machine hair stroke, I have a free microblading course, and I have advanced in-depth hair stroke course for beginners. but which is paid. So you can also check that out in description. And if you want to check out the free course of microblading, you can definitely do so by signing in description under this video. And if you found this video useful, please help me to press the like button and subscribe, because it really helps me to sustain this channel and create new videos for you every week.